Are you a Shia or Sunni? Sunni. Do you recognize that the Shia don't accept all your Sahih Hadith?
Yeah.
Am I also right in assuming that you don't accept all their Sahih Hadith?
Yeah.
So is it fair for me to say that Muslims themselves can't agree on what Sahih Hadith? Right. So if you Muslims can't agree about what is Sahih Hadith, how do you expect us to be convinced that you know what Sahih Hadith is? And the Isnad chain should include the name of the one that gave the information. So who was that person?
Sahih Bukhari.
Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari simply says, now I'm going to embarrass him and show him no expert at all. But I can give you right now an example of a hadith that contradicts the Quran and you accept the hadith over the Quran. What's the law of apostasy in Islam?
Death.
Show me in the Quran where it commands death for leaving Islam.
I can't find it.
He can't find it in the Quran. So how could you have a name that appears in an unreliable chain also appearing in a reliable chain? Basically, are you asking a question? Because we're taking questions. Go on, if you want to respond. Go on.
Just because the same person appears in the same chain, there's other people in that chain as well. So for example, the person that appears in the Sahih Hadith that's in the chain,
Yes.
just because they appear in another Hadith that isn't Sahih, isn't because of them. There might be someone else in that chain that had like a weak memory or whatever.
Yeah.
There's many criteria.
Yeah.
Strict criteria.
Do you know what the criterion was used by Imam Muslim? You know, in the Hadith science, it's important that person A met person B to create the chain. Agreed? Do you know that Sahih al-Muslim doesn't even have that as a criteria? Do you know that Sahih al-Muslim says that if two people in a chain just lived in the same city, that he assumes that they met? He doesn't prove it. Go and look up Sahih al-Muslim, go and look up his criteria. He simply assumes that people in the chain meet. He doesn't prove that people in the chain meet. Did you know that Imam Bukhari in his own lifetime was considered a deviant? He was rejected as a deviant in his own lifetime. Did you know that Sahih al-Bukhari, the codex that you have from Sahih al-Bukhari, comes from one student after him, and then that one student's codex was copied by 4 other people, and that those 4 other students, their codex of Sahih al-Bukhari all disagreed with one another, and that the codex that you use as Sahih al-Bukhari comes from one of the 4 that a later Arabic grammarian had to correct the Arabic in. Are you aware that in Sahih al-Bukhari appears in one of the chains of his own hadith? Sahih al-Bukhari. Bukhari, it doesn't matter how I pronounce it, I'm English. It doesn't matter how I pronounce it, I'm English, I'm not Arab. So the problems is, and I don't believe in Arabization, and the problem is, there are problems with the hadith sciences. I'll give you another example. Muslims say to me, on the one hand, that if a hadith contradicts the Quran, you reject the hadith. Right. But I can give you right now an example of a hadith that contradicts the Quran and you accept the hadith over the Quran. I'll give you an example. What's the law of apostasy in Islam?
According to the Sharia, death.
Death. So what you all heard was a Muslim in the 21st century in London is saying that friends of mine, people I know and love, who I have sat and had dinner with and had cups of tea with and learned about their lives, according to his law, should be killed because they left the religion of Islam.
Yeah,
Now, one second. Show me in the Quran where it commands death for leaving Islam.
I can't find it.
He can't find it in the Quran.
I don't know the verses.
Right.
Probably can if you give me time.
But doesn't it say in the Quran, to you your religion and to me my religion?
Yeah.
Doesn't it say in the Quran that it's up to Allah who he guides into Islam and who he guides away from
I
Islam?
don't have knowledge, so I don't want to speak on this stuff.
Right,
but
hold on one second.
you
Hold on one
didn't answer my
second.
initial
No,
question.
I'm giving you an example. So you quoted the death sentence For my friends who are Christians, because they left Islam, you said that they should be killed according to Sharia. On what are you? What are you building? On what are you building that?
In the Quran, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not the Quran, because you can't show me the verse in the Quran. I challenge you. Google it. Show me the verse in the Quran that says kill them.
Give me time, 'cause I don't know the
Google
verse.
it. I'll give you time. Let's give you time.
didn't answer
No,
my initial thing.
no. I'll tell
went
you.
off topic.
I'll tell you what it says. He's quoting a hadith in Sahih
I didn't quote
al-Bukhari
anything.
that says that there are 3 reasons you can kill a Muslim. 1, if they kill without cause. 2, if they commit adultery. 3, if they leave the religion of Islam. Are you aware that Muslims are advocating across the Western world that there are people in our civilization, in our society, people you might even be friends with, that should be killed because of this hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari?
I have a question.
So, I have answered your
I have a
question.
question.
No,
I
my,
have a
my
question to
initial
you.
question, wait, bro. My initial question was that you said that just because one person appears in a Sahih hadith, yeah, and then they appear in the other hadith, that's a contradiction.
No,
I was telling you how
no,
that
in the
makes sense.
conversation, no, let me remind you of the
You went off
conversation.
topic when
No,
talking
no,
about-
allow me to refresh you, because you've forgotten the links in the chain. I said to you, did you know that you believe hadiths over the Quran? And you said, give me an example, and therefore I have given you an
Sahih
example.
hadith
And
can never
this,
contradict
okay then. So you say the hadith. Do you recognize the Sahih hadith that says you can kill people for leaving
I don't
Islam?
know the hadith.
You don't know the hadith, but you know the law.
Well, I'm pretty sure that is the...
Right.
the
So
I don't
Google it
know.
now.
I don't have knowledge.
I'll give you
I don't wanna
time.
speak without knowledge.
I'll give you time.
What I'm trying to say-
You said you wanted time. Show me in the Quran where it says kill people for leaving Islam.
Listen, brother,
I challenge you.
I don't have knowledge, but what I'm trying to say...
So you can't.
Fine, whatever.
There you go.
But that
There
wasn't,
you go.
That wasn't the initial conversation. My initial question was, you said that if someone appears in a Sahih hadith,
Okay.
yeah, and the
Yes.
hadith is Sahih,
Yes.
and that same person then appears in another chain, which is not Sahih, it's
Yeah.
Da'if or whatever it is,
Yeah.
but that's somehow a contradiction. Why is that a contradiction?
No, I'm
Because
saying
other
it's a
people-
problem.
Thank you, bro.
saying it's a
There's
problem.
other people in that chain as well. You understand?
I'm saying it's a problem.
A chain isn't based on one person.
Yeah. But what it is saying is that person,
Yeah.
that person in that chain has passed on an unreliable hadith. So what that is admitting... No,
necessarily because
let me
the hadith-
explain my point. Oh, sorry. Well, let me explain my point, because you're using this example, so I now need to explain why it's a problem. If you're having individuals in the isnad chain that are narrating unsound hadith, then it draws into question whether everyone, even in a Sahih isnad chain, is not just also... If one person can make the error one time, therefore it is possible for all the people to make the error one time, and therefore for an unsound hadith to be recognized as a sound hadith because of the people in the chain. That's why it's a problem.
What you were saying is that one person, yeah, appears in a hadith that is Sahih.
And I've just explained why that's a problem. Now reply to my argument.
Can you explain it again? 'Cause I don't
Yeah, because you weren't listening. So what I said was, if Muslims admit by recognizing that individuals in Sahih Isnad also appear in Isnad Daif, that yes, or Isnad is Hasan, that if they appear in these Isnads, that therefore these people that also appear in Sahih Isnad are communicating unsound hadith, and therefore by that admission, if they're admitting that this person can get it wrong once and recite something that is unsound, it is therefore possible that everyone in a Sahih Isnad could also give an unsound hadith. That's one of the problems.
Can I reply?
Yeah, you can.
Basically, that person, okay, that appears in a Sahih hadith, yeah, is narrating something, fine. Then in a Da'if hadith,
Yeah.
or Hasan or whatever it is, yeah,
Yeah.
they might be saying something which is weak, right? But it's because they've been told by someone else, you understand? So that's
Yeah.
someone else in the chain, there's someone else further up the chain,
Yeah.
that has made the hadith weak, not them. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Because I might tell you something which isn't true, then you go and pass it on to someone else, yeah? And I got that from someone that told me something that's false, right?
Yeah.
And then in another example, someone might tell me something that's true, I get it, I pass it on, and
Yep.
it is true.
Yep.
So just because, like, do you understand that?
I get what you're saying,
yeah.
but it doesn't deny the possibility of what I've said. But now let's move the argument forward. You recognize, are you a Shia or Sunni? Sunni. Do you recognize that the Shia don't accept all your Sahih Hadith? Am I also right in assuming that you don't accept all their Sahih Hadith? So is it fair for me to say that Muslims themselves can't agree on what Sahih Hadith?
Between, yeah.
Right. So if you Muslims can't agree about what is Sahih Hadith, how do you expect us to be convinced that you know what Sahih Hadith is?
Well, we don't take from the Shia.
And they don't take from you. But the point is, when they reject your Sahih Hadith, are they not rejecting people that you think are sound?
Fine, but
Like Aisha.
That's like a Christian saying. That's just think of it as like they're not two separate religions, yeah.
Yeah.
But just think of it as that, like as in that's like saying, oh, the Christians and the Muslims
Christ
don't
said
agree.
a kingdom that is that where it says two kingdoms that don't agree cannot stand.
I don't know.
That's what the Bible
By
says.
the way, I don't have knowledge. I simply just asked the question.
That's fine, brother. That's fine, brother.
Yeah, cannot unite.
I know. I'm not trying to. I was
Brother, they're just trying to pull you away because they're scared of a discussion. They're frightened. The Dawagandists are frightened of a conversation. They're frightened of a debate.
Are you qualified to teach Mustalah Hadith?
Are you? Oh, you're qualified. Great, let's have a conversation then.
You know there is an apostasy in the Bible. You know the killing for apostasy in the Bible.
Let's not change topics. No, we're not changing topics. We're going to talk. You just said that you're qualified to talk about Sahih Hadith. What happens if I could prove to you that the hadiths have fabrications and lies in them? I can prove it to you. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you.
This is according to your understanding.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove it to
And
you.
you study Hadith.
I'm going to prove it to you.
You know Mustalah Hadith.
Yeah, let's talk about one. I'm going to show you. Okay. So let me show you.
Bring it on.
Let me show you. Okay.
He's not born Muslim. He's a convert.
Huh?
You're a convert.
I'm revert.
You're not yours. You're revert.
Doesn't mean anything, guys.
You can't tell me about this.
He being an ex-Catholic, becoming a Muslim, that's not mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything. Right, do you know the hadith about Abu Sufyan and Heraclius?
No. With the one that's Heraclius who was the Roman emperor.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, so let's go through the hadith together in a conversation, and I'm going to prove to you that it has lies in it.
Where's the lies?
Right, so let's go through the story. Okay?
Step by step.
Shall we do it step by step?
Okay.
It's quite a long hadith. Are you okay for that? Because it means it's a long conversation.
Can you not?
I can, but
abbreviate it?
I can abbreviate. I can get to one of the key points, but you just got to give me time to read through it to find it. Is that okay?
Okay.
So give me a second and I'll find it.
But you claim listen. The proof is upon the one making the claim.
I know that's
this
what
is
he
what
was
we
gonna say.
believe in,
That's
right? So you got to bring the proof why it's
I'm
fabricated.
doing that right now, bro. I'm literally doing it.
Your understanding.
I'm literally about to do
Your
that.
understanding.
I'm literally about to do
Bring me
that.
a scholar.
No.
Bring me a scholar
Don't give me
who
that
claims that it's
nonsense.
fabricated.
Don't give me that nonsense, because we Christians bring
You're
scholars.
talking nonsense.
Do you want to have a conversation, or are you
Yeah, I'm having a
grandstanding?
conversation, but
Are you
tell-
grandstanding?
listen, in
Look,
Islam,
no.
So you don't know
So you
much
want
about
to
Islam.
grandstand. You
No,
want to
you don't know
grandstand.
nothing
That's
about
fine.
Islam. First of all,
No.
if you are bringing the proof,
I'm going
if
to
you're
bring the
saying
proof right now.
You have to tell me.
I'm going
who
to
said
bring
it's
the proof.
fabricated.
I'm going to.
Not according
I'm going
to your
to.
understanding.
No. We can see that it's fabricated. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you.
You don't understand Hadith.
Muslims can't agree which scholars to believe in.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes. So you're saying which scholar, but the point is Muslims reject one another's scholars. It's a fallacy to appeal to authorities like that. You're committing a logical fallacy. You're committing a logical fallacy. And the reason why you're committing a logical fallacy is because Muslims themselves appeal to different scholars, and different scholars disagree with one another about what to practice.
Let me say something.
So when you say that this scholar, show me a scholar that says X, well, the point is every Muslim can show you a scholar that says X or Y.
Okay.
The result is that appealing to authority like you're doing is a logical fallacy. You wouldn't get through the first grade of a degree in logic using that kind of argumentation.
I use the Quran and Sunnah.
Right, so let's go
You
to the
use logic.
Sunnah.
You
Let's
use
go to the
logic.
Sunnah.
Right? You can't even
Let's
agree
go to the Sunnah.
who Jesus' father is. Is it Joseph or Eli?
Stop trying to change the subject. Stop trying to
Is it Eli?
change the
Is it Joseph
subject.
or Eli?
In your Quran,
Stop
it
trying
says
to.
Jesus.
Can you look? No hands. No need for touching.
Who's Jesus'
No
father?
need for touching.
Jesus' father.
Yes, you held me. Don't touch.
The Christian.
Don't touch.
Who's Jesus' father? Eli or
Don't
Joseph?
touch. Shh. Don't touch and don't shush me either. No one is your dhimmi. You might think you're an Islamist, but no one is your dhimmi. No one is your dhimmi. Notice the triggered Muslim. Notice the triggered Muslim.
I'm not Muslim.
Notice the triggered Muslim. Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet. Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet.
I'm not Muslim.
Say Muhammad wasn't a
How do you know I'm a
prophet.
Muslim?
Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet.
Yeah,
There you go.
How do you know I'm a Muslim?
Yeah, he's run away. He's hiding. He's hiding. He's hiding. He's hiding.
Don't lie.
The Quran testifies.
Just saying Bush, I swear to God. Yeah, he just was, I'm alright. Just discuss. Be humble now. Discuss further things.
You can't say.
You're a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. You're stupid. How do you know that I'm a Muslim? You're just saying.
Let's all be cool. It's a nice day.
Let's all be cool.
The most important for you to be happy.
Right, here I'm going to prove to you, bro, that a Sahih Hadith has a lie in it. Right? Right? Now, the uncle there who was so belligerent and wanted to jump in has now run away from the topic. He's run away from the topic. Yeah. So here's the proof. Here's the proof. Yeah. Yeah. Are you coming back, uncle? Right, here's the proof. Right. So I'm going to read the Hadith and then I'm going to ask you one question.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
We love the uncle.
So you know the story of Heraclius?
I know some of it. Not
Okay.
all of it, because it's a long story.
Right, you asked me to abbreviate, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to abbreviate.
Yeah.
So there is this story in the Hadith, it's Sahih Hadith in Sahih Bukhari, book 1, Hadith number 7, where Abu Sufyan says that he went, or some companions went, and they saw Heraclius the emperor, and Heraclius asked them questions about Muhammad, about whether to follow him. And then Heraclius said, I wanted, in short summary form, he said, he essentially wanted to become a Muslim, and he invited all the leading establishment of the Byzantine Empire to come together to offer them that they should all become Muslim. And when he did that, they all cried out in despair and started running for the gates, okay? Now, after this event, and this is the key point, I hope you're all listening, in the privacy of his own room, that's really important to the question. So now I'm going to pick up. The sub-narrator adds, Ibn Natur was the governor of Ilya, and Heraclius was the head of the Christians of Shan. Ibn Natur narrates that once while Heraclius was visiting Ilya, he got up in the morning, so he's in his own room, with a sad mood. Some of his priests asked him why he was in that mood, and Heraclius was a foreteller of astrology. He replied, at night then I looked at the stars, and I saw that the leader of those who practice circumcision had appeared. Who are they who practice circumcision? The people replied, except the Jews. Nobody practices circumcision, so you should not be afraid of them, the Jews. So here's my question. The conversation was between the Christian emperor and Christian priests in the privacy of his own room.
Yes.
How did the Muslims hear about this private conversation?
Well, how did Bukhari know about it?
That's a great question. Exactly. Thank you for laughing. That's the point. How did Bukhari know about it?
The point is,
Go on.
revelation.
How did Bukhari know? Revelation.
Because the prophet, peace be upon him, was given revelation. You know the Quran is so
This is not a hadith that goes to Muhammad.
Yeah, why?
You see, I thought
all hadiths.
No, they go to the companions as well. No, I know your religion better than you.
You see,
They go to Muhammad and the companions.
Listen, I would advise you go and study.
Answer my question.
All hadiths go back to the prophet.
Answer my question. How did anyone hear this conversation between the emperor and the
Let me
priest?
tell you something. How many people?
Answer the question.
How many people were in the room?
The emperor and the priests, according to this story. We don't know. There's no number
Is there
given.
a possibility that that conversation got out? Yeah.
By who?
Yeah.
By who?
By the priest.
So
by the emperor.
where are they in the Isnad chain?
Yeah.
What's their name in the Isnad chain?
I can't remember.
But that's the point, isn't it? The point is, you have to say that the contents, the matin of a hadith, is rooted in the Isnad, which means that if someone witnessed this conversation between the emperor and the priest in the privacy of his own room, the name of that person should appear in the Isnad chain.
A lot of things are not
So show me.
A lot of things don't appear.
A lot of things don't appear, and that is a problem with the hadith.
40 people in a room, it's not a possibility that that conversation got out.
Yeah, exactly.
And who is in the
Answer me
Isnad?
that.
Right.
Answer me that.
I'm going to answer that.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer that
Did they
very
answer that?
question.
Yeah.
he is arguing,
Yeah.
this expert in Sahih Hadiths, right? Remember, he said he's an expert in Sahih Hadiths, but he doesn't even know that Sahih Hadiths also go back just to the companions.
All of them go back to the
But
every one of them
this
goes back
expert
to
in Sahih Hadith asked me the question, how do you know the conversation didn't get out?
Okay.
Fine. Let's work with that argument. If the conversation got out, then the isnad chain should include the name of the one that gave the information. So who was that person?
Sahih Bukhari.
Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari simply says, now I'm going to embarrass him and show him no expert at all. Heraclius lived in the years 600 to 700. Sahih al-Bukhari lived in the years 800 to 900. So, according to this expert of Sahih Hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari was there 200 years before he was born in the room of the emperor
You know what?
as one of the priests.
Don't talk rubbish. You know what? It's
Who's talking rubbish? You said it was Sahih al-Bukhari.
Chain of narrations
Yes,
coming down from
I've
one
just
person
talked
to the
about
other.
that. I've just
So
talked about that.
From all the change of narrations going down to Sahih Bukhari, and then it was recorded.
Sorry? What?
Simple as-
Sorry, answer the question again.
Isnad, what is isnad?
One second.
What is isnad?
An isnad is a chain of narration.
Thank you. So
answer my
if
question
you've got
then.
a chain of narrations going down,
So who was the one that heard the conversation?
could be anybody could have heard of conversation.
Could be anyone. Is that how isnad chains work? It could be anyone.
What is very
No.
First of all,
Isnad chains
let me show
work
you
by
where you're
saying
wrong.
it was this person.
Let me show you where you're
So
wrong.
who was
Let
it?
me show you the
Who
fallacy
was
of what
it?
you believe in.
Go on, tell me, who was
Let me
it?
show you the fallacy
Go on.
of what you're talking
Tell
about.
me.
First of all, you said the Jews were the only people that were circumcised.
No, that's what your hadith say.
No.
That's
The
what your
would never
hadith say.
that. The hadith would
I
never
literally
ever,
read it to
ever
you.
say that.
I literally
It
read
would
it to
never,
you.
ever said that. Right? It would never said. This tradition,
Right.
This tradition came from Abraham. God
Go on.
made an everlasting promise to Abraham.
That's
and
not
what
relevant
is
to this.
everlasting? Well, we fall for the Abrahamic
That's not
faith.
relevant to the topic.
Well, it is relevant because what you're saying in there is that there's no proof for circumcision.
No, that's not what I said at all. You weren't even listening.
Show me.
I'm
show
proving
me a
to
Sahih
you, right.
Hadith where it says there's no proof for
Okay,
circumcision.
ladies and gentlemen, what the actual conversation was is me proving that his hadiths have a lie in it. And now I'm going to give you another evidence.
This is from
Here's
your
another
understanding.
evidence. Listen.
This is from your hadith.
Listen.
This is
The
from your
hadith
understanding.
claims
This is
to
from
have
your
the
understanding.
knowledge of the contents of private correspondence between the Emperor Heraclius and a friend. Listen.
Private correspondence with 40
Listen.
people in a room.
No,
How much
listen.
people were in the room?
Listen.
Come on, man.
Listen. Listen. Right, here you go. Listen.
Crazy, man.
Right.
This guy's lost it.
I would certainly watch it. Heraclius then asked for the letter addressed by... No, that's a different letter. Hold on one second.
You see? Look.
Different letter.
How much
Different
letters are
letter.
there? How much letters are there?
There's two letters referenced in this hadith.
How much letters? How much letters?
There's
Bring
two
the
letters. There's
Bring
two
all-
letters.
Which one's the right letter?
Come here, come talk. You laughing every day, every weekend. He just like this. He just nothing.
Up on the side. Who are these people?
Why? They just nothing, man.
They hate. You know what happened? These haters.
You know he's busted.
Right?
He's totally busted. He can't answer the simple question that I asked.
You have the right.
They don't
And all
know
he's doing is trying to change the
nothing
topic.
about Islam.
And all he's doing is using ad hominem attacks.
He's qualified almost other hadith. You know, this is a science. A very few people are qualified. He's qualified for Sahih. Right? Conversation happened in a room between a whole heap of people, and it's not a possibility that it got out and somebody narrated it. You know, that's a great mystery, and that's a lie, according to him. Come on, man, bring some.
I'm going. We've got you proof.
Which letter? Which
We've
letter?
got your
Bring
proof.
the letter.
Let me find
Send
it.
the
Let
letter
me
now.
find it.
Nobody heard the letter.
Let me find it. Let me find it. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. Hey.
Here we go. 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 Are you ready, guys? Here's another example that
Which
he won't
letter?
be able to
First, tell me
answer.
what the letter said. You said two letters.
So here's
Which is
the
letter?
second letter.
No, tell me what's the letter.
Listen.
Which the first letter or the second letter?
Heraclius then wrote a letter to his friend. Everybody say friend.
Amigo.
Friend. in Rome, who was as good as Heraclius in knowledge. Heraclius then left for Homs, and a town in Syria, and stayed there till he received a reply of his letter from his friend, who agreed with him in his opinion about the emergence of the prophet. So the Hadith is claiming to have knowledge about the contents of private correspondence between the Emperor of Rome and his friend. I'm now going to ask the Muslim expert of Hadith one simple question, and he won't be able to answer the question. My question is this: how did the Hadith narrator get the knowledge of the contents of the letter?
How do you know about
Go
the
on,
letter?
son.
How do you know about the letter if it's a private letter? How do you know about the letter? And you said it was
Because
two
your
letters.
Hadiths lie.
You see?
Your Hadiths lie and make it up.
You see how
They tell a
was.
fiction.
How do you? Is a letter Sahih or not?
The lie is in your
Let
Hadith.
me ask you something. Is a letter Sahih or not?
According to your Hadiths.
No. You
Which,
said
what
you
does
write
that
the
say?
letter.
What does that say?
Sahih Hadith. I believe
Sahih
everything is
Hadith.
Yes. All
So
Sahih.
is knowledge of the letter Sahih or not?
Yeah?
Is knowledge of the letter Sahih or not?
Yes.
Yes!
Sahih.
So how did he get knowledge of the letter?
How do you know about the letter?
Did he speak?
How do you know? Is a letter?
Did he speak to
Let me ask
Heraclius?
you- Let me ask you something.
Did Sahih al-Bukhari
Right.
speak to Heraclius?
Listen, in history.
Did Sahih al-Bukhari speak to the friend of Heraclius?
Don't be talking through.
Go on, answer the question.
Listen, how do you know about the letter?
Answer my question.
How did the letter get out?
Because your
How did the letter
Hadiths
go down?
lie. The letter never existed.
How you know
The
the letter?
letter never
You got a
existed.
letter.
Your Hadiths
How
are
did the letter get-
lying
how
to
did the letter
you.
get out? How
Answer
did the
the
letter
question.
get out?
Great
How
question.
did the letter? How did the letter
Answer
get
that
out?
question. That's the
Right.
question I'm asking
Right.
you.
Yes.
I'm asking you that
got the letter.
question.
You have got the letter.
He's not even
You have got
thinking.
the letter.
And
You have got the letter.
Imam
How did the letter get out?
Bukhari is lying to you. Imam, yes, exactly. Imam Bukhari wrote it by himself.
He's a faker.
He lied.
He's a faker.
These guys are so slow in wit and intelligence, they can't even follow the argument. Ladies and
He's got nothing
gentlemen,
to argue on. He's got no. He's just bringing
this
all
hadith
fabrication.
states that Imam Bukhari knew the contents
Of the
of
letter.
private correspondence
Yeah.
between Emperor Heraclius and his friend in Rome.
Okay.
But the Muslims can't tell me how Sahih al-Bukhari or anyone in the Isnad chain came to that information.
Because when something is
If
narrated,
they cannot
Here, it's-
tell me how they came to that information, then we have evidence that Sahih al-Bukhari has fabricated history and made up a lie, and that means Sahih al-Bukhari is not reliable. Now reply.
Yes.
Go on, reply.
How did they get the letter?
That's a great question.
Right.
That's the
You said it's
question
not. Okay.
I've been asking
Shut
you
up. Shut up.
for
Listen,
10
you're not
minutes,
listening. You're
and
not
you've
listening.
not
You're
answered
not
the
listening.
question.
You just shouted.
How did he know?
Because
Answer the question.
Because it's not. It's a chain of narrations coming all the way down.
So who
This
got
is
the
not
letter?
it. Yeah?
Who got the letter?
Well, the letter.
Who got the letter?
It didn't say specifically who got
It
the letter.
doesn't say specifically.
No.
Did you all hear that? He admits he doesn't know who got knowledge of the letter. So in other words, the Isnad chain has lies in it, and it's being called Sahih. Is that how Isnad works?
The whole Bible is a lie.
Expert of Isnad chain.
Listen.
Go on,
Our religion is authentic. Unlike you.
answer the question.
Unlike you.
Answer the
Your
question.
religion is a
I've
fake.
shown you that your
Right.
Sahih Bukhari
Okay.
has a lie in it. You
Okay.
don't have an
It's
answer.
not a lie.
You can't.
It's not a lie.
So how did he get the
Nothing.
letter?
Not-
How did he
It's
get
not.
the
It's
letter?
not.
It's not. It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not an answer.
Yeah, it is an answer.
Which person in
Right.
the Isnad chain got the letter?
Yes.
Which
It doesn't say
person?
what it's not.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Isnad is not an argument. Isnad is not an answer.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're a part of one.
We're talking about this. We're talking about this.
Or are you living in the past?
He's running away. He's running away.
I don't have to run anyway.
So,
Because you're loud and you're stupid.
So,
you don't
answer
listen.
the question.
You're dumb.
Answer the question.
I answered the question already.
Isnad is not an answer.
Isnad is a chain of narration.
It's not an
Coming
answer
back
to
from
the
that time to
argument.
You got 40 people in the room.
Which-
Answer me the question.
According to your
40 people in a
biographies,
room. Nothing they came
where
to the
does
room.
it say 40?
Yeah?
Where does it say
Well,
40?
you said a lot of people was in the room.
No, I didn't.
Right?
I
He
didn't.
wrote a letter to his friend.
You see, you're lying.
How did the letter
No
come
one
out?
can trust
How
you in
did
this
the letter?
snap
How did
chain
the letter come
because
out?
you're lying.
How did the letter
Your
come out?
hadith reports are not reliable. Your hadith reports are hadith
You're
daif.
just loud. Listen, you're just loud. You're just loud.
You can't answer the question
You're not listening.
because
That's the problem.
your answer was
You believe
isnad.
because you can shout loud
Look.
that you got a proof.
And you believe if you
rubbish.
repeat the word isnad, you've given an argument. But the word isnad is not an argument.
No, yes.
The point that I'm
It's a chain
making
of
to
narrations
you,
coming all the way down.
so show me which one in the chain got the letter.
Okay. Anybody could have done it.
He doesn't know. And
Historically-
why doesn't he know?
historically-
Because it's a lie.
There's a lot of letters.
It's
that
made
written
up.
by many people. Right? And it's recorded. It's been recorded.
Where?
Anyway.
Where's the letter?
It could be in one of the Roman.
There's no
archaeologists.
letter.
Yeah, why not?
There's no
Why is there
letter.
no letter? So you're saying the emperor fabricated all of this?
No, I'm saying Sahih Bukhari
You
or
fabricated.
someone in the Isnad
And who
chain
wrote the letter?
fabricated this.
You said he wrote a letter to his friend. Where's the
No,
letter?
no, I
You know
don't
that
say
emperor.
it. I
you know
don't
that
say
emperor
it.
became a Muslim.
I'm saying,
You know
I
that
am
member.
saying
You know that Muslim. You know that
that
emperor.
the Isnad
You know the emperor
chain,
became a
someone
Muslim.
in the Isnad chain is lying. That's what I'm saying.
You know the emperor.
You're
confirmed,
changing the topic.
No, the emperor
Changing the
confirmed
topic.
that the prophet was the prophet.
That was also a lie.
No, it
also a
wasn't.
lie.
It wasn't a lie.
Tell me
It
one fact that you
wasn't
know
a lie.
about Heraclius that's vouched for by historians.
Yeah, many.
Go on, tell me one. You said you know many.
Yeah.
Tell me one fact.
But the fact that it's
Tell me one fact that is vouched for
the fact
by
the
historians.
fact that it's recorded.
What?
The fact that it's
What?
recorded
What?
is a fact. Is in itself.
The fact that it is recorded is a fact.
Yes.
No, I didn't ask you that, Uncle.
No.
What I asked you
The fact that it's
was
recorded.
tell me one fact about Heraclius that you know that's vouched for by historians because you lied to me.
Heraclius became
You
a Muslim.
lied
And you
to
become
me
upset because
when
he
you
became a
said
Muslim.
you know facts about Heraclius.
That's all he does. He
Let me tell you about Heraclius. Let me tell you about Heraclius.
You know nothing of Heraclius.
Heraclius
Was what?
usurped the emperor before him, before he himself became emperor. Heraclius was afraid of crossing water. Heraclius
Heraclius, when he became
launched the first religious war of the Christians to recover the Holy Cross from the Persians who had captured the war in the Persians versus the Byzantines. Heraclius used to open up the Bible
because he was scared.
to decide the strategy of war. Heraclius was someone who championed the Christian faith and went into battle with the banner of the Theotokos. These are facts about Heraclius, and this man is a bold-faced liar. A bold-faced liar.
Heraclius became a Muslim.
Prove it.
Yes, it's in the
Prove
Sahih
it.
Bukhari.
That's
He
not proof.
That's proof.
That's not proof.
And the reason why he didn't want
Show me in Sahih al-Bukhari he became a Muslim. Show me.
You got it.
Show
You
me.
got it.
Where does it say he
You
became a
said it's
Muslim?
liar. I believe it's true.
Where does it say he became a Muslim?
Became a Muslim.
What do you have to do to become a Muslim? You say the Shahada. Where does he say the Shahada? Show me. Show me where he says the Shahada. Show me where he says it. You're a bold-faced liar. You're a fraud. You're a con artist. And you're busted by the facts.
Listen to the letter. Look
Show me. Show me. Show me. I'll give you the reference because you're struggling. It's book 1, hadith number 7. Show me where he became a Muslim. You're a liar. You're a bold-faced liar.
A Muslim.
Prove it. You made the claim. Remember, he said to me, if you make a claim, it's on you to bring the proof. He did say that. He did say that. He has made the claim that Heraclius became a Muslim. Bring the proof.
It's in the letters.
Show me.
It's in the letters.
Show me. No, you made the claim. You bring the proof. 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 We're waiting. Show us. Show us. You're a bold-faced liar and you're shameless in your lies. And you lie because Allah is a makra. Allah is a deceiver, and that's why you're willing to deceive, because you worship a God who was willing to deceive. And that's why lying like you did is completely acceptable to you. You call it Taqiyya. You're a liar, and I'm going to prove you're a liar. Master of Hadith, teacher of Hadith, show me in Sahih al-Bukhari that Heraclius became a Muslim. You lie against one of the champions of Christendom, a man who fought a war to recover the Holy Cross, who shed blood in the way of Christ, who died a champion of Jesus Christ. Show me he took Shahada, or take back your filthy, dirty lies against the Holy Confessor.
Simple answer from both Islamic and historical records.
That's a claim, that's a claim.
When the Prophet started his mission,
Claim.
he sent letters to the rulers of the kingdom around Arabia.
Claim.
And the letters to Heraclius.
Claim.
What claim?
It's a
Prove
claim.
it is a lie.
It's a
I'm
claim.
telling you, I'm bringing the proof. I'm bringing the
I'm
proof.
waiting for you to show me you took Shahada. Go on, go on, go on.
Right? I'm telling the proof.
I'm listening.
And besides then as well, he received a letter, and after interrogating some Arabs, this is the interrogation.
Claim,
he said,
claim,
right?
yes.
Claim. You prove it's a liar. I'm telling you it's true.
Go on.
You see, I bring in the proof now.
We're waiting. He's reading from a website that repeats all of his claims.
And the letter was genuine because it's in the archives.
Where? Which archive? Which archive?
After asserting that
Liar.
he tried to convince his court to pledge allegiance to the Prophet.
Go on.
The people of court refused to, and he left the matter. Well, once he left the matter, he let the matter drop.
Yep.
But no records ever run, but except that Heraclius became a Muslim.
There is no record. No, his own website. There is no record of him accepting Islam. What does it say? It says, no, read it again, you lied. Read it again, may I? Please go back up. Don't hide. He's hiding it. His website said
the Emperor Heraclius
there is no record of him becoming a Muslim. The website actually said there is no record. The website said there is no record. I read it. He lied. He lied. He lied. Liar. 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 You. Ladies and gentlemen, simply quoting a website that repeats your claim is not proof of your claim.
I brought the proof.
Did you hear that?
I brought the proof.
This guy couldn't get an A level
and he became
in
Muslim.
logic or philosophy. He quoted a website that actually contradicted him. The website actually said there is no historical record of Heraclius becoming a Muslim. That's what his website said. Go back to the website.
I showed you.
Show me. Scroll down, please. Scroll down. Continue reading. Press continue reading. No, continue reading. No, you're lying. I saw it. He's hiding it. He's literally hiding it.
Oh yes. As for the proof of the isnad, Abu Sufyan was the
Abu
proof.
Sufyan,
Yes.
what? He got hold of the
Heraclius
letter?
asked Abu Sufyan.
No. The question is, how did Abu Sufyan? That was not my argument. That's not my argument.
Islam was the truth.
That was not my argument.
Yeah, that was the argument.
That was not my argument.
And he
You're
took the
going to look
Shahada.
very silly. Where?
No.
Show me where it says he
Abu
took
Sufyan.
Shahada.
Abu Sufyan, yeah.
Show me. You made the claim. You're a dirty liar. You lied about a holy confessor. And you lied because your filthy God lied too. You're lying like your God.
All right.
Christ
Heraclius
had
Abu
his champions.
Sufyan,
Heraclius
told
was
Abu
one of
Sufyan,
those champions
He acknowledged that
who
Islam is the
fought
truth.
under the banner of the Holy Theotokos.
What three gods?
He fought
Which cross?
a war
Which cross or Tariq
to
cross?
recover the Holy
Which
Cross.
cross? Which
He
cross?
fought against the Persians.
Or Tariq cross?
You don't know
cross he fought
anything about what you're talking about.
Which cross he fought under?
You
Which cross
quoted
cross or
a
Tariq cross?
website
Come on, man.
as if the
Listen,
website proves what you are
debunked.
saying.
You are
You're
debunked.
debunked, my friend.
You are debunked.
You
I
quoted
just
a
proved
website,
it.
and the website actually said there is no historical proof. And then when I wanted to quote it to you, he hid the website because I saw it, and he doesn't want me to read it. So he's lying to you. He's literally lying
How
to
much
you.
God there is? How much
He's
God there is?
literally
Let me
lying
ask
to
you a
you.
question. How much God there is?
Right. Sorry?
How much gods are there?
Sorry?
How much gods are there?
How much gods are there?
Yeah.
Well,
It's God
to
the
what?
Father,
Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, gods,
Yeah.
not gods.
Yeah, yeah. How
I'm
much
sorry, I
gods?
thought you said.
How
I thought you
much?
said
How much? How much in
gods.
your religion? How much
So
gods you got?
we'll just assume, ladies and gentlemen,
I proved
that
to
the
you.
debate about the
I proved
hadiths
to
have
you
been lost.
Heraclius became
So
a
now,
Muslim.
let me defeat him about another topic,
I finished. I proved
about
my
the
point.
Trinity.